So you've just spent hours deep cleaning your home. How are you going to keep it clean long enough to enjoy it? We're going to talk about that here today. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and into my home. So these clips right here are from last week's video. I shared with you 10 quick habits for a clean home. I gave you tips and advice and I showed you how I turned these habits into daily routines. Y'all's favorite tip was about the coffee cup. So if you missed last week's video, I'll link it here at the end of this video for you to go watch next. In my weekly maintenance cleaning routine, I have 3 tasks that I do, and it starts right here with dusting. In order to keep up with all this dust, I have a habit to quickly dust my entire house in just a few minutes, and I'll share that with you here in just a second. But first, one of you suggested that I charge my Swiffer in the dryer before I use it, so let's go see how this works. So in order to maintain the deep cleaning that you just did in your home, you need to have a weekly routine of dusting. This will control the amount of dust that is settled on all your flat surfaces. When you dust like this, you're only looking to knock the dust off and onto the ground. Try not to lift every knickknack and dust underneath it. Now let common sense prevail here. If it sits flat and dust can't go underneath it, then just go ahead and swift off the top of it. But if it is lifted up and it collects dust underneath it, then quickly pick it up and dust underneath there. I still find myself picking things up on occasion, but for the most part, I try not to. Now, remember that this job is going to go much quicker if your house is picked up. Stacked mail on the front entry table isn't ideal when you're trying to dust. So take some time to quickly tidy everything up. Even if tidying means putting everything into a basket and you can deal with that basket later. What you're really wanting to do right now is just get your weekly maintenance cleaning done. I'm not doing it in today's video, but sometimes in my weekly cleaning when I'm dusting, I'll also dust the shutters. I don't have very many shutters in my home. I have them here in the bathroom, I have them in my primary bedroom, and I also have a small set by the front door. So on occasion, I will go ahead and quickly dust those as well. But today, I'm not going to do that.
Lights flash in the dark. I know you're coming back, aiming at my heart. And these things never come from me easily, no. But now I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready, ready. Emotions repeating, though it's been so long. I know what you're thinking, I know. I wanna spend all our time now, for better or worse. I know the past is gone, and now you're all I want. 'Cause I would give it all up, give it all up, give it all up for you. I would give it all up, give it all up, give it all up. I would give it all up, give it all up, give it all up for you. I would give it all up, give it all up, give it all up. I would. You know that I would. Lights flash in the dark. Just close your eyes and we'll be shooting stars. And you know I can't wait for forever no more. Now tell me, are you ready? Are you ready? Ready? Emotions repeating, though it's been so long. I know what you're thinking, I know. I wanna spend all our time now, for better or worse. I know the past is gone, and now you're all I want. 'Cause I would give it all up, give it all up, give it all up for you. I would give it all up, give it all up, give it all up. I would give it all up, give it all up, give it all up for you. I would give it all up, give it all up, give it all up.
All right, now that I've gotten all the dusting done, my second weekly maintenance task is vacuuming all the carpets and rugs. Now last week I showed you that Roomba and Yeti take care of the daily vacuuming of the house, which is an awesome help. But today I'm going to be doing more of a slow, intentional vacuum. This will help pull up any of the things that the robot vacs may have missed. Okay, so I just said that I vacuum my carpets and my rugs during the weekly maintenance cleaning. I actually do all the floors. I also do the tile because my next task is going to be to mop. So I want to be sure that the floors are, you know, all clean. There's not any dirt or anything that I should go ahead and clean before I mop. So I do vacuum all the floors in the house during this task, and then the next one is when I will mop. You can tell by my outfit, I filmed last week's video back to back with this one. So it was a big day of cleaning that day. But the reason that I did that is because I'm spending this next week in El Paso for something for my granddaughter. I have a granddaughter who lives in El Paso. So we've got some things that we're going to be doing in El Paso with her. So I went ahead and I filmed back to back. So that's the reason why you're seeing me wear the same outfit.
Hours from dawn as I'm driving at night, waiting to get somewhere. What can go wrong when we say it outright? I really wish you were here. People seem to know just where they're headed, while you and I just feel like we're pretending. I can't do it on my own when I'm this far away from home. Won't you tell me something?
Okay, so let's do a quick recap of this while I'm vacuuming and before I start mopping. So I've got my morning routine and my evening routine. Those are my daily routines that I use to keep the house tidy. Okay, then I have my weekly maintenance cleaning routine. That's what you're seeing me do here. These are things that I do to help keep the house clean after doing that deep clean. Because if you don't maintain what you've done, then you know as good as I do that it's going to be messed up within a couple, 2 or 3 days. So in order to maintain that deep clean that you've either done or that you've had a maid come in and do, in order to maintain that, you're going to have to follow some simple routines. And I think this is the simplest one that I've been able to come up with so far. So you want to do a quick dust, you want to do a vacuum, a deep vacuum, and you want to mop. And then you also want to shine anything that might be, like handprints on the glass, things like that. Just a quick shine of those things. You're also going to follow your daily routines that we've already talked about last week. And then after that, your house is going to stay pretty clean and tidy as long as you're doing your morning, your evening, and your weekly cleaning. And then on top of that, you would add in your deep cleaning. And this is where I do my zone cleaning, and I deep clean in one room. And, that includes everything from the ceiling all the way down to the floor. So, but in order to maintain that, that's where these routines come in. So I hope that this makes sense to you. I do have a weekly cleaning schedule that if you message me or email me, I can send that over to you. I have changed it up in the last month or two, but I can send you the old one, and then when I make a new one, I will get a new one to each and every one who has already emailed me asking for an old one. Okay, so I've pulled out a nice clean O-Cedar mop pad. I pulled this one out of the washing machine, so it's just as good as new. Looks nice and white too. I like that. Anyways, and I'm just going to stick some hot water here in my bucket. And then I also bought these little packs, these floor cleaning packs. They're enzyme cleaning power, it says, from O-Cedar. Smells really good, but it's not overpowering at all. And I really liked them. I mean, super easy. Just throw them into the mop bucket, and they kind of fizz up. And then I also like to add a kettle full of boiling water. I don't know. To me, it just makes the floor seem even cleaner. So it also tends to dry the floor quicker too from the water. It just kind of evaporates off there. So I really like this. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to give all the floors a nice, good, deep mop.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in all conversations.
Here's a tip that I learned from my father. If you don't know, my father owned a very large janitor service in El Paso when we were growing up. And he always told me that when you use one of these mops, you want to mop the base around the baseboards first, and then you mop from side to side. That way you are not slapping the dirt from the center of the floor up against your baseboards. You're just bringing it right into the clean spots, and if you need to go back over those clean spots, you can. But you're not slinging any dirt or anything up on your baseboards and things. So I always thought that was a good tip, and I always think about it when I'm mopping. I think about my father telling me that. He also said that you should spin your mop, especially with this one. You really need to do this. You'll see when I pick it up, I kind of spin it before I set it down. That way all the little threads or whatever they are, they're all out, and you know, it's getting more of the floor that way. So of course he used to do it with a great big mop, and he would make sure that everything was on the back of the mop, on the back end of the mop. So that way when he was dragging it, one side would pick up the dirt, and then when he would flip it the other way and drag it the other way, that was like rinsing it off. So I always thought it was very interesting, the things that he would tell me. So anyways, all right, I hope that's a good tip for you.
But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up 'cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together.
You can see I've spun it loose. So I spin it so often that sometimes it will spin it loose. So you just have to tighten it back up.
Feel so free, oh my sweet baby. And I think to myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else for the rest of our time. And I know it so well, I will always be by your side. 'Cause you all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. All the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
Okay, so now I'm going to finish up in this hallway. I'm also going to do that bathroom there, and then we will head into my bathroom and do those floors.
Give me some time to get stronger. I'll be okay, just give me a little bit longer. Yeah, we're gonna win the struggle we're in. It's never goodbye till it's over. Come back to love. I was so crazy to lose you. Just come back to love. Let's never do what we used to. Leaving without saying, teasing without playing. I've had enough. So come back to love. Too late, but here I am reaching my arm out. I want us to win the struggle we're in. It's never goodbye till it's over. Come back to love. I was so crazy to lose you. Just come back to love. Let's never do what we used to. Leaving without saying, teasing without playing. I've had enough. So come back to love. I hope you're still with me. This time will be different. Let's make a decision now. So come back to love. I was so crazy to lose you. Just come back to love. Let's never do what we used to. Leaving without saying, teasing without playing. I've had enough.
If you notice, the water isn't that dirty, and the reason that it's like that is because obviously I do this deep mop once a week, and then I use the Yeti mop 2 times a week in that whole living area. So it pretty much keeps the floors clean all the time for me. And then also anytime the grandkids come over and swim, which is quite often, I will pull out the e-cloth mop and just do a quick damp mop of anywhere that they've been walking. Typically in there in the living areas, and then down that hallway and in that bathroom. So all those areas also get that damp mop. So the floors are getting mopped pretty often in this house. So anyways, that's why you're not seeing a lot of dirt. But now I'm just going to totally, clean out the mop. I also like to clean the outside of the O-Cedar bucket and the inside, and just get everything all nice and clean so it's ready for my next mop.
Let's never do what we used to. Leaving without saying, teasing without playing. I've had enough. So come back to love. I hope you're still with me. This time will be different. Let's make a decision now.
right, friends, I hope that you like this video, and I hope that I've given you some tips on how to maintain your home after a deep clean. If I have, would you please give me a big thumbs up? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you get reminded every time I post a new video. I will see you again in next Sunday's video. Until then, stay blessed, my friends.